wondered how different our world could be today if certain inventions hadn't been hidden, suppressed, or simply forgotten. Imagine a world where we had free energy, disease cures centuries earlier, or even machines far ahead of their time. These aren't science fiction stories, they're part of real history. Today on Uncovering Facts, we're diving into the lost inventions that could have changed the world forever. Stay with me until the end, because some of these will make you question why they disappeared, and who might have wanted them gone. 1. Nikola Tesla's free energy tower. Our story begins with one of the greatest inventors of all time, Nikola Tesla. Tesla wasn't just the mind behind alternating current, AC. He dreamed of something even bigger: wireless, free electricity for the whole world. In 1901, Tesla began building the Wardenclyffe Tower in New York. His vision was simple but revolutionary: tap into the Earth's natural energy and transmit power wirelessly across long distances. Imagine charging your phone, lighting your home, or powering entire cities without wires, bills, or fossil fuels. But here's where the story takes a dark turn. Tesla's financial backer, J.P. Morgan, famously pulled his funding when he realized there would be no way to meter free energy and make profits. Without money, the project collapsed, and the tower was eventually demolished. Some believe Tesla's free energy system was deliberately suppressed because it threatened the financial empires of oil, gas, and electricity companies. If Tesla had succeeded, our world might run on clean, limitless power today. 2. The Antikythera Mechanism, the world's first computer. In 1901, sponge divers off the coast of Greece discovered something extraordinary in an ancient shipwreck: a corroded bronze device with interlocking gears. For decades, scientists had no idea what it was, until closer study revealed it to be the Antikythera Mechanism, a kind of analog computer built more than 2,000 years ago. This device could predict eclipses, track planetary movements, and even forecast the timing of the ancient Olympic Games. In other words, it was an astronomical calculator far ahead of its time. What makes it so mysterious is that nothing like it appeared again in history until medieval Europe, more than 1,000 years later. How did ancient Greeks develop such advanced technology, and why was it lost? If similar devices had survived, humanity might have reached the age of space exploration centuries earlier. 3. Roman concrete, stronger than ours today. The Roman Empire's legacy is everywhere: roads, aqueducts, and massive structures like the Colosseum. But one secret has puzzled scientists for centuries: Roman concrete. Unlike modern concrete, which crumbles within a century, Roman concrete has survived for over 2,000 years, even in harsh seawater. Recently, researchers discovered the secret ingredient, a process called hot mixing with volcanic ash and lime. Amazingly, Roman concrete was self-healing. When cracks formed, the lime would react with water to fill them in. This lost technology could revolutionize modern construction, reducing the need for constant repairs and cutting carbon emissions from cement production. But for centuries, the knowledge was simply forgotten. If it had been preserved, cities today might look, and last, very differently. 4. The Baghdad Battery, ancient electricity. In 1938, archaeologists near Baghdad discovered a clay jar containing a copper cylinder and an iron rod. It looked suspiciously like a primitive battery. Some scientists believe it could generate a small electric charge when filled with vinegar or lemon juice. But what would ancient Mesopotamians need a battery for? Theories range from electroplating jewelry to early experiments with electricity. Others dismiss it as coincidence, but if it really was a working battery, it suggests ancient people harnessed electricity over 2,000 years before modern science rediscovered it. 5. Damascus steel, the lost superweapon. Medieval warriors feared one blade above all: swords made of Damascus steel. These blades, crafted as early as the 3rd century, were legendary for their sharpness, flexibility, and strength. Some accounts even claim they could slice through rock or other swords. The secret lay in nanostructures created during forging, patterns we can barely replicate with modern technology. But by the 18th century, the knowledge mysteriously vanished. Historians believe the unique ore used in the steel may have run out, or the blacksmith's secrets were simply lost. If Damascus steel production had continued, our understanding of metallurgy could have leapt forward centuries earlier, potentially advancing everything from weapons to industry. 6. The healing power of ancient medicine. In 1921, researchers translated the Ebers Papyrus, an Egyptian medical text over 3,000 years old. Inside were treatments for dozens of conditions, many using plants we now know contain powerful medicinal compounds. For example, willow bark, used by the Egyptians, contains salicylic acid, the main ingredient in aspirin. Similarly, in China and India, ancient healers developed herbal remedies that modern science is only now beginning to confirm. If these traditions had been studied and preserved earlier, humanity might have discovered cures and treatments for diseases much sooner. If you found this journey into lost inventions fascinating, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. 7. Perpetual motion machines, suppressed or impossible. Throughout history, inventors have claimed to build machines that produce endless energy without fuel. Mainstream science dismisses them as impossible because they violate the laws of physics. Yet, some intriguing designs from the Middle Ages to the 19th century appear eerily convincing. Whether frauds, mistakes, or suppressed breakthroughs, the dream of perpetual motion reflects humanity's deep hunger for limitless power. Some conspiracy theories suggest powerful elites work to suppress such inventions to keep control over energy resources. 8. Airships and early flight secrets. When we think of flight, we usually credit the Wright brothers in 1903. But across history, there are tantalizing hints of earlier flying machines. Ancient Indian texts like the Vimanas describe flying chariots with incredible detail. In 1898, a small gold artifact discovered in Colombia resembles a modern jet plane. In the late 1800s, strange, airship sightings were reported across America, decades before powered flight became a reality. Were these coincidences, lost experiments, or glimpses of forgotten technology? If some of these early flight ideas had developed further, aviation might have transformed the world much earlier than it did. 9. The Great Library of Alexandria, knowledge lost forever. Perhaps the greatest lost invention isn't a single device, but an entire treasure trove of human knowledge. The Library of Alexandria in Egypt, founded around 300 BCE, was said to contain hundreds of thousands of scrolls, from mathematics to medicine, astronomy, and engineering. Some believe it held records of inventions, maps of unknown lands, and even details of lost civilizations. But in a series of tragic fires and wars, most of the library was destroyed. Humanity may have lost centuries, if not millennia, of progress in a single catastrophe. 10. Other lost or suppressed inventions. Philo Farnsworth's television innovations. Philo Farnsworth, often called the forgotten father of television, built the first electronic TV system in the 1920s after sketching the idea as a teenager. Unlike today's ad-driven industry, Farnsworth envisioned TV as a tool for education and cultural exchange, connecting classrooms worldwide. But his dream clashed with RCA's corporate interests, leading to long legal battles. Though he eventually won patent recognition, his vision of TV as a force for enlightenment was lost to consumerism. One can't help but wonder, if Farnsworth's vision had prevailed, could television have changed the course of global education and enlightenment? Cold fusion claims. In 1989, scientists Martin Fleischmann and Stanley Pons claimed to achieve nuclear fusion at room temperature, a breakthrough that could have provided unlimited clean energy. If true, cold fusion would have provided near limitless, clean, and cheap energy and ended fossil fuel dependence. However, their results were criticized and mainstream academia labeled it junk science, funding vanished, and the field became taboo. Yet, some researchers quietly continue exploring it, suggesting powerful interests may have had reason to suppress its disruptive potential. Was it flawed science, or a lost chance at free energy? Stanley Mayer's water fuel cell. In the 1990s, inventor Stanley Mayer shocked the world by demonstrating a dune buggy he claimed ran on water. His water fuel cell allegedly split water into hydrogen and oxygen with minimal energy, offering a future free from oil dependence. But in 1998, Mayer mysteriously collapsed and died, reportedly saying, "They poisoned me." His death sparked conspiracy theories that he was silenced because his invention threatened powerful oil and energy industries. Critics dismiss his invention as pseudoscience, saying it violated the laws of physics, but believers ahead of his time, Leonardo da Vinci sketched designs for helicopters, tanks, submarines, and even robots. His aerial screw foreshadowed the modern helicopter, while other sketches revealed a mastery of mechanics beyond his era. Most of his machines were never built, limited by materials of the 15th century and his reluctance to unleash weapons of war. Many of his notes were lost after his death. If da Vinci's inventions had been developed in his lifetime, humanity might have entered the age of aviation, robotics, and mechanized warfare hundreds of years earlier. His lost machines remind us that sometimes the future is glimpsed, but society isn't ready to embrace it. Why do inventions disappear? So why do these breakthroughs vanish? The reasons vary. 1. Lost knowledge, wars, disasters, or the death of key inventors. 2. Lack of resources, materials or techniques unavailable at the time. 3. Suppression, powerful interests blocking inventions that threaten profits. 4. Too advanced, sometimes society simply isn't ready. History shows us that human innovation is fragile. Without preservation, even the greatest ideas can vanish into obscurity. Help but wonder, what if? What if Tesla's tower had lit up the world with free energy? What if the secret? What if the Library of Alexandria had survived, giving us thousands of years of extra progress? Would we already have cures? Would we have flying cities, limitless clean energy, or space colonies? The truth is, we never fully know. But one thing is certain, the inventions of the past remind us to protect and nurture the knowledge we have today, before it. If you found this journey into lost inventions